Delighted to have Mark Selby joining Rhiannon and myself. Mark, well done, first of all.
Thank you.
Happy?
Yeah, happy with the win, of course. But I didn't think that it was a great match. You know, I think Oliver made a good break in the first frame. But then after that, the next few frames sort of went scrappy. I don't feel as though we both missed a lot of balls, but just kept running out of position, both of us, at silly times, really, when you had a chance to win the frame in one visit.
Yeah, I asked you, were you happy? You didn't look that happy out there, I have to say.
I mean, I'm happy to win, of course I am. I mean, there's a lot of matches.
Up, though?
No, I'm all right. It's just the way the frames went. Because I felt as though, like, if I got a chance, I was going to score, and then I just through my own fault, just playing silly positional shots or poor shots. So it's a bit frustrating sometimes because you feel like you're going to get on a run and play okay. Like the last match, I scored well, and I felt like I was going to do that this match, but just kept playing a few poor shots. So
I always thought you'd be a great poker player, but after seeing this today, I'm not too sure because I rarely see you. I rarely see you get frustrated, but you did in frame 4. Was this just poor position or what?
No, because I think the black's tied up here. Is it? Yeah, the black's tied up. So I'm thinking like you'll do well to win the frame just off like ball colours. So I've tried to just flick the pink half ball, and then the next shot or the shot after you put the pink back on its spot, and then it's quite an easy break really. And I've just played a poor shot really because I've only got to hit half ball on the right hand side. I've more or less hit half ball on the left. So.
Yeah, we don't normally see you like get frustrated.
No, that's what I mean, because I got a chance and I'm thinking if I play this shot and then I'm away, I'll probably win the frame in one visit.
Yeah,
and then,
like you said, in your last match, the balls allowed you to just free flow and score heavy, whereas sometimes the balls dictate them.
Yeah, and that's how hard this game is. You know, sometimes you could be coming to tournaments feeling great about your game, but then the game just doesn't let you play sometimes. So. But today it did, but I just didn't play.
Neil Fall said in commentary that you're due a good run, and you've been quite ish since the World Championship. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, every time Neil says that, I always get bombed out early doors. So he texts me
you can't blame him for everything.
He texts me saying he fancied me to go on and have a good run in the UK, and I lost in the last 64. So I'll take whatever Neil says with a pinch of salt.
But the Scottish Open, I mean, listen, you could be winning it in 3 different countries. It's been a great tournament, considering you never even wanted to play in it. I know you kind of took time off around here, but you won the last 2. We go all the way again, do you think?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I'll definitely be out there trying, that's for sure. But, I mean, you know, the standard now, it's so tough to win any tournament. As I keep saying, if you win one tournament in a season, you've got to class that as a good season, you know. So I'm still in it, so we'll see what happens.
And the race to the Grand Prix is looking better than it did at the start of the week?
Yeah, a lot better. But I think I'm trying not to look at it while I'm here in the tournament. I looked before I came here, but now obviously I know that if I keep winning, it's in my own hands, I'll be in it. So.
You got Zhao Guodong next.
OK. Yeah, Zhao's a good player.
Whereabouts is he on that list?
Not a clue. Not a clue. Honestly, don't know.
He's in the 30s. He's in the 30s. OK. And also, just very quickly, I saw just an article about you talking about the grassroots of snookers and funding in the sports, the fact that China's holding the 2 of the 3 majors at the minute. That's something you feel quite strongly about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's no coincidence why a lot of the young talent coming through, majority of them are Chinese players. And I think one of my friends in China was saying many years ago that they was having snooker in their school curriculum. So not only are they playing it every day, they're getting the funding from the government as well for them to do well. And there's no reason why the UK shouldn't do it as well. You know, I mean, because snooker at the moment is probably as high as it's ever been professionally, but grassroots across the UK and even in Europe really is sort of going the other way, which is a shame.
Yeah, it's like when we used to go to like the amateur events and things. You play for your country, but you still have to pay for your own expenses. You get no backing or anything like that. So it starts from then, and then obviously amateur, you try and get on tour and you're still trying to fund yourself and you get no really support. Even they have academies here, don't they?
Yeah.
So they bring it over, bring everything with them, which is what you should do because you need all support you can and try and supply them with the best conditions, and we're just sort of left to our own devices. So we do need that extra backing.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people say, well, it's great to see the Chinese players doing well, and it really is, but you made the point in that article on The Sportsman that, you know, that's all very good, but we're seeing a lot of wasted young talent in the UK.
Yeah, and I'm sure there is around the country, you know, but their parents may not have enough money to fund them to obviously fulfil their dream, what they want to do. I certainly didn't. When I was a young lad, my father didn't have no money, and it was only thanks to Willie's brother Malcolm Thorne, bless him, who's sadly not with us, that if it wasn't for him, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today. So I owe him a lot, you know, and that's obviously because he was giving me the funding and giving me the free practice so I could play every day after school when I did go to school, rather than playing once a week, which was a massive help because you have to be playing this game every single day to try and get to the top, you know. It's the only way you're going to achieve.
And we've been chatting about all of the young talent and all around the world. We've seen Julian Boyko from the Ukraine. He's bowed out today. But Luca Brissell, the only player really flying the flag for snooker in Belgium, he's been incredible, actually, hasn't he, for what he does? Yeah,
I think he's done a brilliant job because he stayed in Belgium. He hasn't come across the water to try and improve and play all the top players to improve him on himself, but he's done it all on his own back. He's done it his way, and you have to applaud him for that.
We'll have a chat later on in the week, Mark. We're going to go now.
If I'm still here, we won't be having a chat if I've got beat, Rach, because I'll be back home.
We're looking forward to our next match coming this afternoon. Well done to the defending champion Mark Selby. He's through, and we'll be chatting Brissell after the break.